she is, Katie Gaudreau, Indiana County Historical and Genealogical Society, joining us. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm glad you came in this weather.
Oh, yeah, it was pleasant. It's pleasant outside, so.
It's pleasant. Well, good for you. I'm glad you think that.
It's not raining hard, so,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with her sunny disposition, even in the rain, Katie is here to tell us about a big event you have coming up this weekend.
Yeah, it's this coming Saturday from 9 to 3. It is called our 1,000 for 1 sale. Mm-hmm. And what that means is we have over 1,000 items available for sale. They are all just $1 a piece.
Real?
Yes.
Wow. So the original copy of the Declaration of Independence that you have there is on sale for $1.
If you can find it. No. Everything that we have for the sale has been donated to the society. Then we are offering it to the public for $1.
Wow.
And all the proceeds then benefit the Historical Society.
So what sorts of items are we talking about?
We have a lot of books. They're older vintage books, a lot of newer books also, fiction, nonfiction, what have you. Jewelry, house goods, kids' toys.
Really?
Yeah, some electronics too. We guarantee they work. So
all things donated to the Historical and Genealogical Society.
Yep, all things have been donated to us specifically for the sale, and then we are offering them to you.
Okay, so where are they going to be set up?
We are going to set up in the Armory building and on the lawn at the Clark House if it's not raining. If it is raining, everything's going to be inside at the Armory building, and that is at 621 Wayne Avenue.
Okay, right here in Indiana.
Right.
On the point, if you will. Well, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And for $1, that's an awful lot of items you're going to have to keep track of it, huh?
Yeah, a lot of stuff for $1. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. And there's a lot of good things there. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at Saturday's forecast. Rain and 70.
Oh, good. Well, the whole summer has been rain, so, I mean, we'll see.
Sure.
We'll see.
Sure. It's a historical summer of rain.
It has been.
Yeah. Okay, so what else is going on with the Historical Society?
So we have another event coming up in September. That's our Fall Victorian Ladies Tea. That's on September 23rd. Mm-hmm. We've had great success with these. We do 2 of them a year, one in the spring and one in the fall. And this Fall Victorian Ladies Tea will be focused on women in 1900 and 1910, turn of the 20th century.
Oh, yeah. Long dresses.
Long dresses still, yeah. Corsets still. But things were changing a lot. So we wanted to focus some on what was going on with women at the time and how they were moving forward with things.
Yeah, big hats, too.
Great big hats.
Yeah.
Great big hats.
They love their hats.
They did. They did very much.
So have you been working on your dress?
Yes. Actually, I've been working on one for a future tea. It's just not done yet. That one is a different time period. But the 1900 one is in process. So.
So how does this work? It's a fundraiser, I'm sure.
It is.
Okay. So for folks to get involved, what must they do?
Correct. Tickets go on sale for the ladies' tea. Will be going on sale August 15th. Mm-hmm. And all you need to do for that event is just call up or stop by and buy your tickets.
Oh, okay.
We only have a limited number of tickets, though. So if you are interested, you need to buy those right away.
Mm-hmm. And everybody should come in period dress?
No.
They don't have to
you
do
can
that?
if you want to, but
Okay.
it's not necessary. Not at all. So
Because I don't look good in a dress.
not really. No.
It's just not part of who I am. But it does sound like you like to get together and have fun. And do so based upon the history of Indiana.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Well, tremendous. That's going to be when?
That is September 23rd.
Okay, so that's 2 big events that you have coming up.
Right.
Yeah. The summer for the Historical and Genealogical Society, how's it been going?
It's been going pretty well. Yeah. I mean, despite the weather, we've had a fair amount of traffic in there, which is good. Mm-hmm. We have some new exhibits that had gone up, which is wonderful also. So.
What are you showing?
Right now we are focusing on World War I. We have an exhibit on World War I. As you know, this was the year that America joined the war.
100 years ago.
Right. So we have an exhibit focused on not just the men that fought in the war, but also what was going on the home front here in Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a really fascinating exhibit. You can see both sides of what was going on in Indiana at the time. Mm-hmm. We also have history of the Moorhead family, which is kind of like a big family tree.
Sure.
Really big family tree, but it's fascinating. We have pictures and information on the family, the early decades of the family in Indiana County. And we have another one focused on the Underground Railroad in Indiana County.
Okay. So should I correctly assume that the when you're talking about the home front during World War I, that you have a typical room set up sort of thing?
It's not a room exactly. It's a series of panels, and there are garments and things on display, as well as what women had gone through, information on what women had gone through here, and what they went through then if their loved ones did not come home.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine that people of today's day and age, of course, we've been in a wartime setting for
quite some time,
very many years here, that people would find common feelings among the people left at home.
Mm-hmm. And you always do, although now we have telephones. And in those days they didn't. They
Sure.
relied on letters, solely on letters. And what if you got a letter from the government?
Oh yeah.
If you got that letter from the government, then that was just devastating.
Yeah, and back in that day, it would be quite often that you would have the government letter that came that told you of the demise of your loved one,
Right.
and it would be weeks or maybe a month or so later that a letter would arrive from that person,
Right.
that had been mailed from the war.
And now we have phones and we can talk to these people. We have, internet that we can see them,
Yeah.
even though you don't get to see them maybe every couple of days, but that's every couple of days.
Yeah.
And in those days, they had to write letters back and forth, and you might not receive a letter from them for months.
Hard for us to imagine the uncertainty in those lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different era, but a lot of the same themes just playing out in a different way.
Right.
So that's one of the exhibits going on. Mm-hmm. What do you have from the actual war theater?
The war theater?
Yeah.
There are different, artifacts. We have, of course, uniforms and things like that, and then photographs of some of the men who fought from the companies that were stationed from here.
From here?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. It sounds like a fascinating
It is.
thing to put together. Putting together the displays and the
So much
exhibits.
fun.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find hidden treasures that you didn't know that you
Always.
had in the collection?
Always.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of times when you're putting an exhibit together, of course, I work with the museum chair there also, but we find one artifact that we think might be interesting to show, and then we build on it. Or we find one theme that we want to go into detail with, and then we can find all kinds of artifacts that correspond with that theme that we want to show.
I would guess the authentication process has to be pretty true before you even put something in an exhibit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of the items we know that they are authentic, and then sometimes, you could be surprised with, especially with clothing. That's what I deal with most. I come across things a lot that had been donated from, say, the Indiana Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so it looks old, but the materials it's made of and the way it's been put together, it's not. So you have to kind of differentiate between those things.
I would guess that you are very familiar with the smell of mothballs then.
Yes. Oh, my, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because the uniforms back then would have been wool.
Yeah. They were.
So much of it, and they would have been stored in somebody's closet or attic for many,
or
many
cedar
years.
chest. The cedar chest is a little more pleasant to smell, but mothballs not so much.
So, but you have that all. The preservation work. Does the Historical and Genealogical Society get into much of the preservation of for instance, a garment that comes in?
Mm-hmm. Once items are donated, it is our job then to make sure that they don't deteriorate any further. Mm-hmm. We don't have anyone that is
skilled enough?
Yeah, but there's a certain process that you need to go through in order to be considered a preservationist. And we don't have anyone that has that authority.
So you focus on
stopping
on the deterioration
correct.
where it is.
Yeah. So, I could fix things, but I'm not allowed to, technically speaking, so I don't want to touch it. I don't want to make it worse in trying to make it better.
Yeah.
So we just try to keep things from deteriorating any further and store them properly and make sure that we can keep them as well as can be.
Katie Gaudreau is with us from the Indiana County Historical and Genealogical Society. We're talking about what's been going on this summer at that wonderful facility at the Point,
Thank you.
South 6th Street, and also about a couple of events that are coming up. Now, this Saturday, give me the hours again.
This coming Saturday, it would run from 9 to 3, our 1,000 for 1 sale.
Okay. 1,000 items, all for $1.
That's right.
All right. That sounds like a fascinating thing.
It's going to be cool.
People are going to find some interesting things there, I'm
Yep.
sure. And once you said jewelry, I'm sure people said, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to find something really interesting.
We got some neat stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that sounds terrific. And then the tea is September the 23rd.
Correct.
All right. Very good. And all you need to do is get in touch with the Historical and Genealogical Society.
Yep.
And they'll give you all the details.
Yep.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Anything else you need to pass along? folks might know?
Well, there's loads of stuff to pass along. That's enough
Yeah.
for now. I think that's a lot of information for now. So
Okay, very good. Thanks for coming in to
Hey,
tell
thanks
us all
for
about
having
this.
me.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. Always something happening, interesting and exciting at the Indiana County Historical and Genealogical Society Facebook page, right?
Yes,
You've got a Facebook page?
we do. We have a website, phone number, and an email.
Uh-huh.
All of that stuff. So if you want to contact, email is ichhistoricalsociety@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, our Facebook page would be Indiana Historical Society of Indiana County.
Yeah.
And phone number is 724-463-9600.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is Indiana in the Morning, presented as always by First Commonwealth Bank and its AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM.